Hello Stitchy friends, welcome to the StarlightStitchingCo Flosstube video. I don't know what, because I didn't look up the number. Silly me, I should have checked. It is almost the end of April, the 29th I believe, Monday morning, and I'm going to squeeze in a Flosstube video here. I don't have a whole lot of time, so this will probably be a quicker video. I also don't have a whole lot of whips, so there's that too. If you are new here, welcome. This is my little corner of the internet where I share whatever crafty goodness I've been up to in the last few weeks. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing to spend a part of your day with me. A quick review of what I have to share with you today. I have a finish. I have 2 new starts and some whips, a knitting update on my harvest cardigan, and just a tiny bit of haul. I've been trying to keep the crafty budget a little bit happier lately. It's better for my wallet anyway. So I guess we should just dive right on in and go into whips, because I don't know which bag my finish is in. I am very disorganized today, so please excuse me. I did not prep very well. So my first whip is going to be Let Love Rain. I don't think I made a ton of progress on this since the last time that you saw it. I am still working to try to get this band here finished. And here's where I'm at. So once I get that last little flower and there's some birds on either side of it or something, maybe a star, I don't remember, then that band will be done and I'll be ready to move on to the next portion. I need to get this back out and work on it. I've been focusing on my retreat class pieces because I'm going to be attending the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher retreat in Kansas City, Kansas, which is local to me. And there are several class pieces that I'm trying to get finished up. So let's see. Last time I had shared the finish on this Christmas Village drum. Super cute. So I'll just briefly pop that up. The next one is Garden's Glory Stockings by Lindy Stitches. I had just started this when I shared it in my last video, and I have all 3 of the stockings finished and ready to go. My favorite one has got to be that center one with the butterflies. I just love it, especially the monarch butterfly, because we see monarch butterflies all the time in the summer here. And these are all just stitched with the kitted supplies. And my newest start is, as soon as I find my piece of fabric, the Amelia, an Irish pincushion doll. So pretty. At first, oh, I guess that's the back of it, isn't it? At first, I was going to pass on this class. But then I got to thinking about it. It's like, when am I going to get the opportunity to do something this unique and beautiful, and not to mention the techniques that I'll learn along the way with finishing that. So the portion that you stitch for the class is just this area in the skirt here. And here is my progress. And I just started this Saturday. So this is Saturday and Sunday's progress right here. And I got all the beads added in. I lost one of the beads. There's supposed to be 5 beads down here, but since I lost one, as soon as I opened the package, I just did 4 and left the center open. So super pretty. Lots of, I believe it's called black work, where it's a lot of back stitches that make up a detailed pattern. So there's a bunch of that to fill in. I'm trying to get all the cross stitches done first, and then I'll go through and do all of those back stitches. And then after that, I'll just have one more, which is the Kansas City sewing roll, excuse me, to do. And then I'll be set for my retreat classes. going to be so proud of myself having all that pre-stitching done. That is not normally how it works out. Let me tuck this back in here real quick. So that was my first new start and my finish. And then I have just one more whip, and this is a brand new start. I just started it yesterday. And it is Serenity by Teresa Kogut. I have seen so many people on Instagram and Flosstube sharing that they're working on this, and it is just so soft and pretty and delicate. And I had already bought the chart from Market because it was gorgeous. So I figured, what the heck, why not go ahead and get it started? Now, I made a little bit of a deal with myself that if I was going to start this right now, that I was going to use items from Stash, except for the fabric, because, I mean, it's a huge piece. So I needed a big piece of fabric. So I ordered a piece of 20 count cream Aida from Zweigart. And then I added the modeling with some taupe Rit dye. And here's my progress. So I did a center start, and I'm just working on the frames for the windows. This is literally just last night's progress, Sunday night, after dinner, watching one TV episode. We're rewatching Jag again for like the 4th time. So it was about one of those episodes before it was time for bed. So here is, and I'm just so thrilled with how this came out. It is, I'm proud of myself. But it was more of a case of, I knew I wanted 20 count so I could use one strand, because getting double the amount of floss that's required for this chart would just be too crazy to use 2 strands. So I wanted 20 count Aida. I'm not a fan of 40 count linen, but I do like a good 20 count Aida. So I wanted that, but to buy a big enough piece of something that was hand dyed, it just would not fit into my budget. Not right now. There's no way, no how. So instead of just being sad and not being able to start it, I ordered the zweigart and used some of the taupe Rit dye that I already had in my stash to add the modeling, and it came out so good. And then I have this other piece here that's big enough to use for something else in the future. I'm thrilled about that. So as I mentioned, I wanted to use everything from Stash, so I picked my own selection of threads. I pulled the DMC that it called for, and if I didn't have that particular DMC, I went to my DMC color card and then tried to find a fancy floss that was as close as I could get. So these are the lovely colors. I did intentionally pick a different color for the house and for the letters. So for the house, I'm going to use Rain Shower. I believe that's a classic Colorworks. And then for the letters, I'm going to use Tartan Plaid, another classic Colorworks. And I did have enough of the, what is it, Barn Red or Red Barn? But the Barn Red that I had was very brown and orange, and I had enough of this licorice red, so I think I'm going to use that instead of the Barn Red. And we'll see how it comes together. These are just little, I don't know what they're called actually, but they're cards for holding your embroidery floss. You get a giant pack of them on Amazon for, I don't know, less than $10. And they work great because I write the name of the floss and also the symbol that's on the chart. So I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. And because there's so many floss colors, I've got, yeah, that's right side up. Because there's so many floss colors, I've got 2 of them. But these colors, this fabric, so good. Can't wait to see more progress on that. All right, so I'm only 10 minutes in, and I'm already done with my cross stitch whips. So because it's cross stitch related, I guess we should talk about haul. I received in some fabric from Fabrics by Stephanie that I had ordered quite some time ago and honestly forgot about. And this is an 18 count Aida in the color Colonial Parchment. Very pretty, creamy, peachy, like a pale peach. It's kind of getting washed out in the light here. And then an 18 count Aida in the color Circe. Whoops. Very pretty denim-y blue. And of course, now I don't remember what I had ordered it for because it was a while ago. So that is all of my haul. That and the 20 count Aida from 123 Stitch. So next up, I have my knitting whip. This is the Harvest Cardigan by Tin Can Knits. I have shared it in the past, and this is going to be kind of hard to share because I have it on these shorter circular needles. What is going on here? Sorry, my needles were like shoved in it really weird. So here it is. That's the front and the back. So pretty. This is in a worsted weight yarn from Bad Sheep Yarn, and the color is called Wild Blueberry. It's a hand-dyed yarn. And I am working on this bottom edge of, is this garter stitch? I keep forgetting what it is. It's where you just knit both sides instead of doing knit and purl. This is the knit and purl, and then this is just the knit both sides. So I think I have like another inch or inch and a half of this to do before I bind off, and then I can start on the sleeves. I've noticed the couple of times that I've done a bind off on like my swatches, it's super tight. So if anybody has any recommendations for a certain style of bind off, because I know there's different types of bind off that are stretchier, I thought about trying to find one of those to use. Or if you have a recommendation for how I don't get such a tiny scrunched in binding, I don't want it cinched in at the bottom. Let me know, because this is my first sweater pattern and I am so excited to have it done. It probably won't be done until it's like 90 degrees outside in the summer, but that's okay. It'll be ready for cooler weather. And I still get the joy of sitting there and working on it. All right. The last thing I have to share with you today hasn't even been 15 minutes and I'm already almost done. I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I have to run in just a little bit. But the last thing I have for you is a shop update. So May 1st is coming up, and at 1 p.m. Central Time, I will have a new drop in the shop of some different options for bags. So this is the cross-stitch clutch for this release. It's this really pretty floral print on like a charcoal gray background with this aqua, pale aqua, like I guess it would be considered a mint color binding. There's a charm. It won't sit still for you. It says made, it's a little heart with made with love on it. And then here is the inside. So of course this is the cross stitch clutch. Next up I have a honeybee handbag. I think I'm going to call this the Be Kind. Be Kind. And we've got a little bee charm. There's the back. And this binding, this dot, it's a gold metallic. It's really pretty. And then here's the inside. Pockets here, and then there's a hidden pocket in here. Flap for extra needles, flap for clipping a floss ring or scissors to. I love having my thread bed in my project bags. It is a must for me. Next is this fun Halloween handbag. Is May too early for Halloween? This is just the cutest Halloween print, like ghosts and jack-o'-lanterns in the garden. A fun orange spider web print for the binding. And then these little ghosties from the Hey Boo collection on the inside. So cute. Let me get this snapped. And then the charm is a jack-o'-lantern with some purple beads, and this one here, this is a glow-in-the-dark bead. I just thought that would be perfect for this one. And for the tote option, we have these pretty, this is a rust color on the edge, so it's not a red, but it's not an orange, it's in between. And then we've got these pretty teal and blue flowers. Lovely. And then a little daisy flower charm. And here is the inside. So on the inside we've got this turquoise back, and then these turquoisey blue leaves on the cream to pick up the turquoise from the pattern on the front. So large pocket here, pocket behind each side, little pocket here with another hidden pocket, and the same thread bed features that are a must. So I definitely wanted to share those with you. And I think that's all I have. Plans. I'm going to keep working on my retreat pieces, and I'm probably going to spend too much time working on Serenity. I have a sample stitch, a model stitch that I need to get done before the end of May, and that's all I have to share with you right now. I'll probably have some more fun retreat prep details to share as we get closer, but I hope you have a fabulous day and a wonderful week. And yeah, that's all I've got. If you've enjoyed this short and sweet little video, please like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so you'll be notified when I have another video to share that will hopefully include a little bit more information. So happy stitching, everyone. Bye-bye.